What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of my HLTV Fantasy. Today we have Spring Sweet Spring 2 group stages. So some of these teams, all of the teams up here are invited, and all of these teams down here got through the last stage of play. And then of course there's still the playoff stage, which will have its separate fantasy league where they will invite 4 more teams. But let's get started with this fantasy. I honestly think this is looking kind of stacked. All of the invited teams are very powerful, very strong teams, and it's going to be honestly quite tough to pick 2 teams who are going to make it through. I assume in the first round, the matchups are going to be like 1 invited team versus 1 qualified team. And I am probably going to pick only invited teams as right here, because I think the invited teams are just too powerful. Entropic, very, very good team. Very underrated, I think, still by a lot of people. If you go, actually let's go into the first rankings. Hello, here. Okay, now I just clicked the wrong thing. Complete ranking here. Entropic 14th in the world, above NIP, for example, above FPX, above OG. They are just very good. Problem with picking Entropic is that Alien is very expensive, and he does always put up very good stats. We still have great options though, like Forrester, Lucky, any of these players, honestly. All of them, I think, usually put up good stats and have the potential to really carry the team. Either way, let's go check how or which players are people picking a lot of. Yeah, that's 4 out of 5 Entropic players. Yemi being picked quite a lot. That's not a lot of Havu, which is another team I'm definitely considering. Fiend is a good option, and Bubble especially. There's some good players, very good players that people are picking a lot here. Deep and Freiberg also because of their price, and Deep's headshot percentage, for example, at 62. Very nice pick. Not a lot of Skade and not a lot of Havu, which kind of makes me feel like I might pick them. Only Yemi on that list of players. Dignitas is also a decent team. And the players aren't too expensive. Which other teams am I looking at here? Fiend is also a qualified team, right? Endpoint I'm not that excited about. Just because they only just added Thomas, they have Mezzi now. Like, they have great potential, but I'm not sure if they are quite at this level, as at the same level as these other teams up here. Ago is decent. Statue is a great pick, but again, I'm not sure if they are quite at this level yet. Nordavind actually getting an invite as well. Mertz being a good player, but the rest of the team being a bit lackluster a lot of the time. Wisla, Isako, 1 win with Deco, of course, being a good option. Copenhagen Flames actually quite decent. Uxie. Go check him out. So he hasn't really played that much lately, which is a good reason to pick him, honestly. Like, his price is pretty low. I think Huxi is probably gonna be one of those guys I'm gonna pick as 4th player. Because it seems like he's a player who's gonna put up decent stats, but hasn't been playing enough lately for him to have a better rating. This Copenhagen Flames roster is kind of going through a transition phase, but they still have good pieces. I think Yabi is a decent player. Nico is good. Roy and Huxi obviously coming from Mad Lions. Yeah. I don't know who Siphon even is. Okay, so he's played some maps before for... Wait, Astralis Talent. Oh, he was an Astralis Talent or what? Yeah. He used to be an Astralis Talent, but got picked up by Copenhagen Flames. That's quite interesting. He's played a couple of maps here, but not putting up great stats yet. Oh my god, that's a performance by Siphon 7, no, 2.63. Oh my god, that's a rating. Okay, but I think Hooksy is probably a good option as like a, and Roy actually as well, maybe as a 5th player. But let's first decipher which 2 teams I want to pick. I want to pick Havu because I'm Finnish and I like Havu. However, the problem with Havu is that the freaking stats, like these guys are so high cost. Yemi hasn't been putting up good stats. I know he has the potential to sometimes put up like a nice map or so, but just a lot of red, as you can see. Like stats wise, he's just not a good pick. Slowy is questionable because I think he has very high highs and low lows. Yeah, high highs, low lows. I might not pick Havu just because of the price and instead go for like, I mean, I guess these aren't that much cheaper. You'd go like a Lucky Forester. What if we go like Zora Yemi? How much do you have in bank now? Then if I pick up Hooksy, can I go double Entropic still? I can. Which 2 Entropic? I can't go Alien, of course. Like Forster Crad. I don't hate this. Actually looking kind of decent. I really think Entropic are just gonna go 3-0. On my main account, I want to pick Entropic. Even though they are picked a lot, like Forster Crad. Picked a lot as well as Yemi. But I think someone like Zora and Hoaxy are good picks for this. Instead of Hooksy, who can we pick instead? Okay, so there's Bubble from Fiend, of course. Freiberg's an option. Maybe Bubble is actually a better option. I think Bubble's had some good maps lately. Yeah. Okay, so maybe Bubble is just a better pick than Hooksy here. What do we think about this? I'm gonna keep this in mind. I'm gonna try out something else as well. What if we go Alien? Then we want Bubble and Hooksy. Then we have to pick someone else from Fiend as well. Like Dreamer maybe. Then Hooksy, and do we have money for... We have money for Nickelback. There wasn't someone better on... There's Victor, who has very slightly higher stats. Actually, exactly the same CT and T rating as well as rating. I wonder why his price is a bit different than entry rounds, op rounds. They're very similar players. One guy dies a bit more and entries a bit more, but this guy clutches more. I guess support round, I don't know. I would probably go for Victor then. Oops. I think this is one of the better, if you like, better teams if you want to go for Entropic. Or maybe you don't go Fiend and you go like Freiberg and someone on Freiberg Keep. Oh, this is kind of nice. Then I would go secondary account Havu. I think this is probably better, honestly. I think Freiberg's still like he doesn't put up great stats, no, but he does put up some good maps as well. It's not like it's absolutely horrible. most of the time. Uxie just seems like a good pick. I'm gonna go with this. I like this more. I love Alien. Alien is so good. So we do that every time. Just the Harris support round. Nickelback. But I might want to go IGL Nickelback. Keep gets headshot machine every time. No, I think you got Freiburg support. Pretty low. And Hooksy, like what do I do with you? Probably CT rating then. And then Freiburg IGL. And hope that Entropic and Dignitas don't play each other, and then that Dignitas just go undefeated as well. There's a maximum of 5 rounds, right? I'm not gonna throw the boosters on yet until I know which matchups we have. If one of these teams, for example, plays Fiend in the first round, it's probably not good to put some of this top of scorecard stuff there. I think Alien top of scorecard eventually is gonna be, and 30 bomb on one of the maps is gonna be just correct, but I'll put on the boosters once we know the matchups. Yeah, I think this is just a pretty good looking team. I hope Freiburg and Huxi, I really hope Huxi does get like at least some points. I don't expect him to like destroy opponents, but like looking at these maps he's had with Copenhagen Flames so far, it looks like he's just doing decent. Like LDLC is not a bad team, for example. Yeah, so I will post my secondary lineup, which is probably gonna include Havu. I'm just gonna put it up there right now. It's probably gonna have Havu in it. I'm gonna post that in the comment in the description down below, as well as a link so you can make your own fantasy lineup for this one. And yeah, remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.